Hello, lovely people. Welcome to today's episode of Reality TV News. Reminding you, we post videos daily, so if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss any important update. Today, we're getting into something pretty complex. It's the unfolding situation with Dorit and PK Kemsley from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Their divorce, the money, the personal stuff. It's a lot. Sources, well, they definitely suggest Dorit and PK are locked in a serious financial battle. We're hearing about long-running money problems, maybe losing that huge $7.9 million house,
right?
And even like back taxes being owed. When you have shared debt, a big asset like that, and things get hostile, especially in California, what usually happens?
Well, the core financial dispute really clarifies things. Dorit reportedly is asking for financial support.
Despite her Bravo income.
Exactly. While PK, on the other hand, is apparently aiming for a slice of those TV earnings. Sources say they're both, digging in their heels.
Stubborn.
Very. Which leads to predictions of just astronomical legal costs. This raises an important question, though. When both sides are just so entrenched, what's the real cost? It's not just the lawyer's fees, is it?
No, definitely not.
These big cases, they involve tracing assets, accountants, endless motions. Settling quickly becomes, well, incredibly tough.
So the platform that gave them fame is now kind of feeding the conflict, making it all worse and, yeah, potentially draining their finances massively.
It seems that way.
But it's not just about the money, is it? The personal side seems to be adding a lot of fuel to this fire.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Reports say PK is still seeing Shana Wall. She was at their wedding back in 2015 as Ryan Seacrest's date. It's almost unbelievable, like something written for the show.
It is pretty wild. And this development has apparently made things really nasty.
Nasty and toxic.
With Dorit supposedly talking about, getting back at him for it.
And the timing. Dorit apparently filed for divorce literally the day after PK and Shana were seen, well, making out publicly in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
That depicts a pretty clear breaking point, doesn't it? Yeah. Almost like a scene cut for maximum drama.
It really does. And, we should probably also mention that earlier accusation about PK having a flirty night with Amanda Cronin.
Oh, right, which he denied.
Which he denied, yes. But it's another layer, another piece of this whole unfolding story. These personal things, true or not, they definitely add to the volatility, the feeling of betrayal. Next, it dives into allegations swirling around Giudice. So, back on June 1st, an RHONJ, that's Real Housewives of New Jersey, of course, a Facebook account reported this rumor that Gia allegedly used an underground ghostwriting service during her college days.
Right, at Rutgers.
At Rutgers, yeah. This supposedly triggered an internal investigation there. Then whispers started circulating about inappropriate behavior with her co-stars on Gen NYC.
But what's fascinating here is how swiftly and directly both Andy Cohen and Gia herself responded.
Yeah.
Andy Cohen, for his part, addressed these rumors on his SiriusXM show. He immediately clarified, like right off the bat, that he is not an executive producer of Gen NYC.
Okay, good clarification.
Yeah, and then he stated quite clearly, this is the first I am hearing of any discord surrounding Gia, and made sure to emphasize his, positive feelings for both Gia and her mother, Teresa Giudice.
Right.
And when asked pointedly, directly, if he'd heard about any inappropriate behavior from Gia, his answer was a firm, nothing that I've ever heard of, no.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
And he added that he loves Gen NYC in general.
So he's totally shutting down those claims. And Giudice, well, she didn't hold back either, did she? She released a video statement, which got shared pretty widely on X, formerly Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
She called the rumors dumb and just plain not true. She directly stated, no, I'm not fired from Bravo, and confirmed the Rutgers scandal is just not true. That never happened.
And she had that logical point, too, didn't she? About the timing.
Exactly. She offered this really logical counter-argument, pointing out she graduated 2 years ago, but the story only surfaced, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, implying the math is just not mathing, as she put it.
Which, seems like a fair point.
Totally. Her rapid and direct response, it really showcases how this generation of public figures, they understand that direct social media engagement is, well, it's key. You have to short-circuit rumors before they gain traction.
Get ahead of it.
Exactly. It leverages authenticity over, say, traditional PR, letting them control their own narrative amidst these crazy fast rumor cycles. Gia even ended her statement with a bit of humor, saying, sadly, guys, I'm still on Bravo. Sorry to break your hearts.
Yeah, that lighthearted touch, it definitely resonates. And it actually reminds me of something she said earlier back in May. On her Casual Chaos podcast, Gia mentioned becoming more vocal on Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Oh, right, about her aunt and uncle.
Yes, feeling compelled to address what she called lies and gaslighting from her Uncle Joe Gorga and Aunt Melissa Gorga. She'd been labeled disrespectful for how she talked to them, but she felt she just couldn't stay silent anymore. She specifically recalled watching scenes and thinking, "You're lying, this is not how it happened."
Wow, her willingness to directly confront family dynamics like that in such a public forum, it truly illuminates the personal toll of living a public life, where personal disputes are just amplified for an audience.
So I feel like I need to low-key address this, but not really because it's so dumb. But no, I am not fired from Bravo. And that Rutgers scandal is just not true. That never happened. I also graduated 2 years ago, and this story came out like maybe 2 weeks ago. So, the math is just not mathing, People are just bored. They have nothing better else to do or say or post. But no. Sadly, guys, I'm still on Bravo. Sorry to break your hearts.
Okay, so shifting from those direct rebuttals to some really quite raw emotional revelations. Next update we have about Porsha Williams, who's been incredibly open about the emotional toll and the circumstances surrounding her finalized divorce from Simon Guobadia.
What's fascinating here is the context. Porsha, she's 44, filed for divorce from Simon, who's 61, back in February 2024.
And that was just weeks after she confirmed her return to RHOA, right? Season 16.
Exactly. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Porsha describes this significant shift, stating on the RHOA premiere that Simon became a different person after they got married. She initially felt he was absolutely her person, but clearly things evolved. Or devolved, maybe.
Yeah. She revealed that the breaking point was their very first drag-out argument, her words over needing attorneys for some paperwork. She described Simon's look at that moment as dark, saying, and this is a quote, "You're not looking at the same person who loved you before."
Oof.
Porsha operates very much on energy, she said, and she knew then that he was pretty much checked out. That's such a raw and, honest way to articulate such a profound emotional realization.
It certainly clarifies that while she didn't decide to divorce him right then and there, she understood they had reached a point of no return. She approached the actual filing almost like a businesswoman, aiming to protect herself and her daughter.
Gotta look out for them.
Yeah. She even stated that she believed it was a blindside for Simon because he was out of the country, despite her pleas for him not to travel due to some information she had received.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though, because Porsha reveals so much of the emotional journey behind all the legal stuff. She mentioned they were both very responsible and actually proud of their prenup, which ensured her financial security.
Good planning, at least.
Yeah, but she admitted, "I really think I miscalculated how much I cared for my husband emotionally." She said the two things that really hurt were losing trust and just feeling unsafe with him.
She doesn't think Simon lied about loving her, but she believes he possibly chose old habits or maybe desires outside of the family over their relationship.
She also shared a really difficult detail about finding out Simon had been detained by ICE, that's U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, around the time of a court hearing.
Wow, seriously.
Yeah. She expressed genuine empathy, saying, "I hate that for him. I don't want anything bad to happen to Simon." Her healing process, she describes, has had super highs and super lows, initially questioning everything. Did I do the right thing? Who is he really? Who am I really? Is it my fault?
Totally. But she takes accountability for her part, she said, and also shared that this whole process was much shorter than her first divorce, and she's now at peace with the outcome.
Hello? What? If I had a fucking gun, I'd fucking kill you. I'd fucking kick your fucking ass and get a gun. I'll fucking kill you, you fucking piece of shit. You told Joy and take her out to dinner, and then now you're not? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking little weasel pussy. I would fucking kill you if I had a gun. If I had a gun, I'd fucking shoot you. You piece of shit.
Okay, next update we have about Kelly Dodd and an alleged audio leak that has brought forth a very modern and quite intriguing defense.
An alleged audio clip was leaked on August 18th, 2024 via Bethany's waterbed on X. In it, Kelly is seemingly heard threatening to kill her ex-husband, Michael Dodd, if she had a gun.
And the quotes from this alleged clip are incredibly aggressive, really aggressive. It contains profanity and threats, reportedly stemming from Kelly's anger after Michael canceled a dinner with their daughter, Jolie, who's 19 now. Alleged quotes include, "You fucking little weasel. If I had a fucking gun, I'd fucking kill you, and if I had a gun, I'd fucking shoot you, you piece of shit.
Kelly Dodd has unequivocally denied making these statements. Her defense is that the audio was a fake snippet created by Michael and his new wife to make her look bad. She stated flat out on X, AI is very dangerous and you can manipulate anyone's voice to hurt them and make anyone look bad and try to take them down.
Wow. The AI defense.
Yeah, she even added the hashtag, the hate is real. This isn't just a simple denial. It signals a new, profound challenge for public figures, right? Where truth can potentially be digitally weaponized. It forces audiences and maybe even courts down the line to question the very authenticity of alleged evidence.
It really does. Okay, this takes us into our next incredibly layered update about the ongoing drama surrounding Jax Taylor, Brittany Cartwright, and Danny Bucco from the Valley. Okay, let's unpack this. The layers of drama here are incredible.
Well, they really are. It's a prime example of how deeply personal conflicts become public spectacles, especially within the amplified world of reality television. Let's start with Jax's alleged fake Instagram account.
The burner account.
Exactly. Janet Caperna revealed that a secret burner Instagram account named Frank Draymond belongs to Jax Taylor and was used specifically to defend himself on fan pages.
Okay, so Janet clarified that her own burner account is just for looking only, like if she's blocked by someone, not for posting or commenting. But Lala Kent pressed Brittany on whether Jax's account was just for trolling or if he actually slid into DMs.
And what did Brittany say?
Brittany confirmed he was talking about himself, saying things like Jax Taylor's the show and questioning why a wife would hook up with a friend. Jax himself admitted he dives into that and even has a blocked by Jax merch line, acknowledging it's hard for him not to engage.
Now, regarding their divorce, Jax claimed he was shocked by Brittany filing, especially as he was just getting out of rehab. He says he would have filed if she hadn't.
Okay.
He also suggested mediation, but Brittany reportedly refused, stating quite bluntly, "Fuck no, I'm going to get divorced."
Wow. And Jax got into quite a bind with the divorce papers himself, didn't he? The filing.
Oh, yeah. He initially didn't get a lawyer, apparently believing Brittany wouldn't take their son, Cruz. He then filled out the papers all wrong, checking that they were never legally married, which is obviously incorrect, and putting down an incorrect separation date.
Oh, my gosh.
Which quickly led to contempt of court. Brittany even made fun of him about it, apparently. He then turned around and accused Brittany of playing dirty by putting their split on television.
Which is ironic, given the show they're on.
Extremely.
And Brittany's account of moving out adds another significant layer to this. She moved out with Cruz because of frequent fights, staying in like 6 different Airbnbs, she said, while Jax stayed in their shared house before she finally filed for divorce.
Right. Which brings us to a specific point of contention. Jax's alleged lie on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen.
WWHL.
Yes. Brittany accused him of lying when he told Andy Cohen she didn't even give me an option. She just packed up her stuff and left.
But Brittany says that wasn't the case.
Not at all. Brittany directly countered this, saying she had repeatedly told him either I was leaving or he was leaving. And he, verbatim, stated her word. It was his house and he will never leave, period.
Wow.
Which meant she and Cruz had to go. She even texted him afterward saying, "I will be clearing this up because how dare you say that?" And Brittany also revealed she had offered him numerous times to switch so Cruz and I could move back into our home and Jax could stay in the Airbnbs that I was paying for. But he refused.
And then we have Danny Bucco's claims against Jax, adding yet another dimension to this whole tangled web.
Right. Danny accused Jax of planning a takedown on the Valley Season 2. He heard Jax was talking to people to bring it back up for the show regarding Danny's past inappropriate touching incidents involving Jasmine Good and Melissa Marie when he was drunk.
Yeah, and when Danny called Jax to ask about it, Jax apparently blew up, reportedly saying, "You guys got off easy in the first season. In the second season, I'm coming after you and putting a target on your back. You and Nay are fake."
Ooh. So while Jax did apologize at the May reunion, Dana still felt pretty betrayed, saying, "I'm trying to have your back, and all you're doing is stabbing mine." He also felt betrayed by Jason and Janet Caperna for spotlighting his drinking and questioning his behavior, calling it malicious, vindictive behavior. And his wife, Nia Bucco, also expressed concern, recalling telling Brittany that Jax's violent fight, which is apparently a pressing topic for Season 2, was unsafe. She said, "He looked scary from a woman's point of view," and Brittany confirmed he was actually sober. Just so mad. These are constant overarching themes here.
And it sounds like it's not over.
Not by a long shot. Danny and Nia have both stated they would return for Season 3 of The Valley, specifically to address things left unsettled. So yeah, this particular drama is far from over.
So we've truly covered quite a range today, haven't we? From those alleged college scandals and behavior rumors around Giudices to the incredibly emotional and very public divorce journey of Porsha Sonia Williams and that really intriguing AI defense put forth by Kelly Dodd. Then we dove deep into the complex, multi-layered drama within the Valley cast.